there. We are excited to see that so many of our Southwest Valley neighbors have signed up to join us for No Kings Goodyear on Saturday morning, March 28th, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for what could be a record-breaking day of peaceful coordinated protests across the United States. I am Sandy Robinson. I am with Gather Coalition Indivisible, which has the honor of co-hosting this year's event with the Pebble Creek Democratic Club. So to plan for a peaceful day of community activism, we have been really busy behind the scenes. We have been training volunteers, we have been coordinating with local law enforcement, and we've been educating ourselves on the No Kings safety expectations. So next, we need help from all of you to make this event safe, peaceful, and a positive experience. So I'm going to share with you our 10 main safety guidelines. And we truly appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and then to help support these guidelines once you're at the event on March 28th. Okay, number 1, no weapons. This is a non-negotiable requirement by No Kings National, and it's also one that is supported by Gather and the Pebble Creek Democratic Club. Number 2, we ask that everyone abide by all local laws regarding public gatherings and public sidewalks, and this includes staying on public sidewalks, us not blocking traffic in any way, not crossing streets at unless we're using designated crosswalks, not jaywalking. Keep in mind that both McDowell Road and Pebble Creek Parkway, the 2 main sidewalks that we will be on, have very wide multi-lane streets with center medians. So we do ask that you not attempt to cross half of the street to get to that median. I know last time we had some folks that wanted to take some photos out there. So we would just ask that you use a crosswalk and go all the way across the street and take your photos from the other side of the street. We did have we were asked by the police to not have that happen anymore. So we're trying. Thank you in advance for helping us with that. Number 3, we ask that you listen to any local law enforcement instruction and also listen to us with the safety vests on, your volunteers at the event, if we ask for your help with something during the event. Number 4, try not to bunch up or stand too close to one another on the sidewalk. There's plenty of space on the sidewalk to stretch out. We can go, pretty far toward the marketplace at Estrella Falls. We can go up north on Pebble Creek Parkway on the sidewalk. So we just ask that you spread out. It gives people a little more space. It allows folks to cross behind us. It also makes us look cooler because we take up more space, so our event looks more impressive. And it keeps us from accidentally bumping, hip checking our neighbor into the street. So let's just spread out as much as we can. I appreciate that. Quick tip, if you'd like to avoid what I think might be the most congested spot for this event, is consider parking over by the market at Estrella Falls and closer to the intersection of Pebble Creek Parkway and McDowell instead of by Goodyear Civic Square. You're welcome to park wherever you want, but I think there might be some more space to spread out over there. Okay, back to these safety tips. The next and final guidelines that we have to do with how to respond to situations involving people that are expressing their dissenting opinions, and also what to do or how to react with counter-protesters. So just real quick, I have been, as many of you I'm sure have been as well, since about last April, I've been standing on a corner somewhere, not in Winslow, Arizona, but in Goodyear, Arizona, almost every Saturday morning to hold my sign. And it's been a really interesting, fascinating experience. I have got a lot of positive reactions. I've had some disheartening reactions, and it's been a really interesting, study of human behavior. So like many of you, if you've done this a few times, you've probably been cursed at, you've been flipped off, people have done the thumbs down gesture with you, called names. It kind of runs the gamut on the negative reactions. For me, what I would like to ask, this leads us to our tip number 5. So tip number 5 is the very best way to respond to a dissenting opinion that is expressed is to ignore them completely. Just like with middle school and junior high bullies, They just want to provoke you and get a rise out of you. So if we ignore them, then they don't get the reaction they want, but also it keeps it from escalating because then we're not engaging in a back and forth. So it's really the best way to do that. For me, my preferred way is I just pretend I didn't hear or see them, and I turn to my sidewalk buddy and I share a laugh or a joke, a smile, and that just kind of turns it into a positive for me. So again, please do not react at all. Do not flip people off. Do not react in kind to whatever negative gestures they make. Even if you think it might be kind of being nice, like just waving at them or giving them the peace sign, that still is a little bit passive aggressive and it still could escalate something. So again, just the most positive, safest response is to ignore them completely. Number 6, if you happen to be standing at an intersection area, or if you're close to an intersection that has a stoplight, I would just ask you to stay back as far as you can from the cars that are waiting to go through those lights. We do not want to crowd people. We want to be kind and peaceful. We don't want to have this mob of No Kings people getting too close to their vehicles and making them feel uncomfortable. We also don't want to try to engage in conversation with folks that are waiting there. We just want to let them, again, ignore them, respect their privacy and their peace that they're at the stoplight, and don't begin any conversations with folks that are in their cars. Number 7, let's touch on the topic of possible counter-protesters. I think last October when we hosted No Kings, as far as I know, we only had one gentleman that was a counter-protester and able to move him to a different location, and that worked out okay. We didn't really have any problems with that. We don't know what to expect. I hope that we don't have any issues with counter-protesters, but I do want you to be prepared in case they do show up. So things that we would ask you to do if you come across someone who's counter-protesting, in our area, in the space that we're at, is please keep your distance from them. Do not engage in conversation. It's not the right time or place to try to debate the politics. But please do let us know, like try to find one of us in the yellow safety vests so we can be aware that there's counter protesters there and we can keep an eye on them. And if we do need to intervene or call the local police, then we can do that if we need to. And also, if you see other protesters with us, with No Kings, that are engaging with counter protesters and getting upset or debating or arguing with them, if you could just pull them to the side and remind them too that, we would like them to just ignore them. We don't want to have to escalate, we don't want anything to escalate from that. Number 8, if there is some kind of an exchange, whether it's with a counter protester or someone on a bicycle going by or a pedestrian or in a vehicle, whoever it might be that has a dissenting opinion, that it's concerning to you, something's going on and you feel like there's something that's not looking good or there's an extended argument or debate happening, please keep your distance. Make sure that you stay safe. If you feel safe enough, consider recording it on your phone. But also, please let somebody know. If it's something that's maybe kind of lower level, look for one of us in the safety vests. If it's something that you think is more imminent and more of a concern, call 911 if you think you need to. We all have the right to do that if that's something that we think is appropriate. Okay. Number 9 kind of continues with that. If you see violence, if there's something violent happening or about to happen, or someone's got a weapon they're brandishing, if something is going on, please, number 1, you get yourself to safety. Get away from that situation. Once you're at a place where you feel that you're far enough away, then please do call 911 and seek assistance. Again, we're not anticipating any of this, but it's better to be prepared. And the final safety tip, number 10, is to remember that our fellow protesters are all out here with us. We're all here to save democracy. We're here for the same values, but being in a large crowd and can be testing on our patience. So please come with patience and kindness, and let's just enjoy the community of this event and have a great time. Thank you so much for listening and for showing up and for speaking up for this country. So we appreciate you. We'll see you there.